Romance is invited at the Sheraton.
Ready?
Includes
You
daily
ready?
breakfast,
You
chocolates
ready?
or fruit, and sparkling wine at arrival. And 4 p.m. late checkout. What is that sound, man?
Hashtag fuck Rob.
What?
What?
Next episode of hashtag fuck that noise comic story. Done and done.
Oh, that was best. I saw Sal and Joel's face like, are we really gonna do this again?
But he swerved like a
What?
true-
What? The
like,
whole
I
fuck
was
comic
like,
book cast thing?
What?
I love Rob. I love Rob.
comic book
Oh, that
cast?
whole fuck CBC thing? Yeah, we're gonna do. I was derailing it to fuck Rob. Whatever.
And it wouldn't be the first time.
The
Vinny,
chat's doing
yeah.
it, bro. The chat's doing it. Hashtag fuck Rob.
Really? Thank you, Chad. You guys are jerks. I'm just gonna go. You know what? I'm just gonna end this call. You guys can pick it up on your own. And I'm just gonna go work on the script. I'm gonna go talk. I'm gonna go. You know,
Oh
okay,
no,
so,
Trent flipped it. Hashtag fuck comic
Whoa.
historian.
So I'm doing a script on Omega Level Mutants.
You know,
talking
let's
about
not even do the podcast. Let's just sit here and chat with everyone today.
chat with everybody. Yeah,
Chat with
like
me,
I'm doing a script on Iceman being Omega Level, and it's literally like Iceman has powers, and then suddenly he's an Omega Level mutant, and that's it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's like really,
Oh, dude,
Great
the whole
ice
chat is hashtags now.
really.
But funny how that happens. You mentioned one hashtag.
I
And
don't
it
even have
doesn't
the
stop.
hashtag. I don't even have the chat.
It's all
pulled up.
hashtag fuck their favorite YouTuber. It looks like. So there's actually the subtweeted you. What again?
Yeah, apparently Tyrone Magnus did his review on Deadpool. He's like, "Comics Explained is fucking amazing," and I was like,
Aw,
"Badass."
that's nice.
I
Alright,
feel
very
special.
nice.
What
'Cause
about,
we're-
He
what
seems
about
like a
comic
cool-
historian? Am I
We've been
nobody?
sub to each other for a long
I'm just
time.
goddamn chopped liver. You know who I am? I'm almost as bad as Cape Joel. Oh,
But dumb
Yeah, and you wonder why nobody's like, let's go be friends with Benny. Like, you wonder why.
I don't need no freaking friends.
Everybody, you're so full of shit.
I
I've
got
seen how
Sal.
Dude,
Right,
you
Sal?
okay. You guys
Right
have
on.
Sal's
like-
in my
like-
court.
Like, Benny's in one of his moods, like where he wants to like talk and hang out, and like you don't talk and hang out, he just gets all mopey. It's funny.
I've been
it's funny.
snowboarding all day. All morning.
get all-
I'm hopped
dude,
up on
you-
Monster and Red Bulls.
When we were in Los Angeles,
Hashtag
and I was
Monster
like,
Red Bull
Benny, I'm in the middle of
sponsorships.
something, I'm tied up. You got all mopey and sad because I wasn't like, hey, let's go hang out and talk. Benny, you're just like, well, fine. Be all
Opinions
mopey.
on
and sad.
Jarroar. Hashtag fuck Jarroar.
Don't be looking for shit.
I'm just
Chad.
gonna start poking the bear until I find someone who wants to start playing.
No. That's
Well-
the last thing.
Oh, by the way, that last hashtag was brought to you by hashtag fuck comic book pop.
Sheraton and enjoy access to the club lounge with cup. Dude, you know what I love more than anything is being able to like write all of this off.
It's nice, isn't it? It's a
Dude,
good
I love
feeling.
this. Yeah, it's a great.
yeah, that's the first year I got to do that, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck yeah.
Hashtag fuck Monster Red Bull. Hashtag fuck Jarroar.
But we actually had a really intelligent conversation last week in the post show when we talked about being professional YouTubers and writing stuff off, but how
Yeah, you
you'll
guys
always be
missed it.
filing for a law. So if you want to buy a house or something,
Well, no,
Yeah,
it's,
exactly.
it's literally like everything from March 22nd to 27th will be tax deductible.
Yeah.
Like, because we're going to come onto the podcast, I'm going to be like, hey guys, here's what we did in Los Angeles. And I'm making money off of it, means it's tax deductible. So it's going to be a cool thing. Like, they don't have like a whole like relaxation spa package. That's
Did
man,
anyone
this
else
hotel
just realize
sucks.
Rob's wearing a Pikachu hat?
Everybody's
Yeah,
known it
from
the
day
entire
one.
time. Ever
From the
since like my camera showed up and it's like this giant yellow thing on my head. Most people noticed that it was there.
So, okay,
Rob
some people are
used
slightly
Thundershock.
confused to what the hell we're talking about with the hashtag. Okay, I'm going to explain the story from my point of view. in its
Hashtag
entirety.
explained.
No,
Hashtags explained.
Hashtag explain.
what is
Hashtag
the origin of
explained.
the hashtag, Rob? Please tell us.
Welcome
Joel's
to
trying to
Complete
derail
Story
this.
Series.
Oh,
We
okay,
take
hold on.
single
Ready.
issues and read them back to you.
And welcome to the weekly poll. We're back with your original co-host that we only like because we don't like anyone who didn't show up because they didn't show up. It is Betty the Comic Historian.
Way to
It
pick
is
over
Sal
everybody.
from Comic Pop. It is Rob from Comics Explained. And the most amazing, the most incredible, the best member of the entire team ever, the greatest comic book YouTuber known to mankind, Kate Joel. Nothing?
Yeah, Joel, you're supposed to be like, yes, I'm Kate Joel.
No, what
Kinda
the hell,
stole me,
man?
but thank you.
You're supposed to like celebrate or something.
I'm supposed to cut. Oh yeah.
Your internet is dying,
Yeah.
Joel.
Is it really?
Like
That sucks.
you're streaming from a swamp right now.
Hey man, crappy Canadian internet and snowstorms. What can I tell you?
Streaming
You
out of
have a
McDonald's,
snowstorm?
man.
Boo.
I like
always-
how people are looking at my Windows quick launch. They're like, Benny has a calculator. He has BattleNet.
You got dude,
Important
I
things.
remember Battle.net, man. Like I'd go into the StarCraft servers and it's like noobs only. Like man, I miss those days.
For those of you guys wondering, that's Google Chrome. That is Twitter. That is
That's
Notepad.
Tweeter.
That is Skeeper. That is NCSoft. That is Mediafile. What song is that? I don't even know. That's I had to be writing a script.
Don't play. We can't have money.
Oh, Vital Reports. This was
That's
Lois Lane's team.
strange.
That's a calculator. I was doing math on a bunch of crap we're doing. Math sucks, so I need a calculator. And that is BattleNet. That is a notepad. I was writing a script. What was I writing? Let's see here. Batman Quickie. And that is OBS. Now, as I promised, I am going to explain my side of the hashtag fuck CBC joke that started last week and you guys blew out of proportion. Long story short, the joke was aimed at Joel. Joel basically had no bad ill tidings with Armin or Comic Book Cast in any way, shape, or form. So it became an ongoing joke that Joel was saying hashtag fuck CBC. Armin took
Joel
it
would never say.
personally like we were all attacking him. He got upset about it. I apologized. The joke kept going. He got upset about it. We don't do Twitter drama. We don't do comment drama. So as drama was starting to come up because he was getting upset over the situation, Rob blocked him from leaving comments, and I blocked him on my Twitter to stop any drama. Armin has means to contact both of us. That is it. There's no more drama to it. There's no great divide going in the comic book community that everyone seems to think is going on. There is no ulterior motive in which we all hate Armin. No one here has any problems with Armin at all, or Comic Book Cast. It was a joke. That is it.
Yeah.
Until Civil War comes out and we want to build this up into a good promotional thing, in which case...
A little too early for it yet, so we're...
For those of you guys
Oh,
asking
man, I
why
showed
Joel is
my
not on
hand.
CBC, that is for Joel or Armin to tell you, not for me.
Right.
Thank you.
Having said
So
that,
Joel, yeah, I was like, so Joel,
yeah.
why aren't you on
having said
CBC?
that, what's going on, Joel?
Hey,
Tell
we
us
got a
what's
lot of
happening,
good
man.
comic news to cover this week. There's a lot of it.
Oh man.
Let's do it up. What's
They have
what's
they
on
have
the...
these club
Okay,
lines.
I guess we'll go to the docket, but I wanted to clarify that. That was it. Because everyone's all like, why does Benny hate Armin? What did Joel say? You're dividing the community. No, we're not.
No one hates anybody.
You want to see me divide a community? let's let Rob talk about his opinions on various other comic book YouTubers.
Rob's like, what?
What?
Dude, that would be a series of shows. That wouldn't just be one show.
What?
Where do you think fuck that noise came from?
Yeah, really.
I was literally just like, I was just irritated about something. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna rant. So I was like, hashtag fuck that noise. And people were like, this is amazing. And I was like, okay.
Okay then.
Let's
Here
do
it
this.
is.
All right, so what do you guys want to
Let's
talk
do your
about?
series.
Oh, wait. 2-sentence review of Deadpool without spoilers. Go.
Fucking cool.
Completely different from all the other comic book movies that will come out this year. In a good way.
It's the best Marvel movie that Marvel isn't making.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding,
It's
ding,
the
ding.
best
Hollywood will let
around.
the movie.
It was really solid.
It is very solid.
Really good. Just very. It was a. You know what I liked the best, and I can say this without like ruining it. It's not. It's a perfect reimagination of Deadpool and what he is for the comic book like world, but now for superhero movies. It's
He made
almost
the
like.
jump very well.
And it's not because it's not like he makes references to like the issue of New Mutants when he first appeared. He doesn't make comic book reference. He makes comic book movie references.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
breaks the fourth wall there, and it's a perfect translation. That said, there were moments where it looked like the comic book came to freaking life.
Yep. Like
And
the
that
freeze
loop-
frame in the truck. When he's like, did I leave the oven on?
There were some moments where he's like just some fights like on the street where it just looks like a comic book happening in front of me.
Well, the
That
way the movie
suit,
unfolds is like a comic book.
yeah, I've never seen a better comic book adaptation of a suit yet.
No,
Then
that was
Dead-
a good one, yeah.
What's genius about that suit is that because it covers his whole mouth, if they have a funnier joke they want to dub in later, they can dub
Throw
the
it in.
funnier joke in later.
Exactly. No, it's gold. A lot of people are saying that it's like it's hollow or it's like flimsy or it's misogynist, and it's like, I think it knows what it is, and it's not trying to be anything else.
It's a movie that would have blown my mind if I was 13, but I'm older and I still really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it allows you to be a 13-year-old again.
Yes, it appeals to the 13-year-old inside all of us.
Exactly. And I think it's a great gateway to an R-rated Wolverine movie, of which I would
Please.
like many.
Please,
I would
please,
like
please,
many.
please.
Because I was saying Fox made the announcement there's going to be an R-rated Wolverine, I think today, and it's not
Yes.
even the second weekend that Deadpool's been out.
There's a whole arms race starting now for R-rated comic book movies. Todd McFarlane came out and said, "I'm finished a Spawn script. Everybody, can we do something with
says
that?"
he finishes his. Todd McFarlane's finished that Spawn script every 5 years. He's like, oh, I finished that Spawn script, and guess what? He's going to be an urban legend.
I want
and
him
he's
to be a fairy living in fairyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'd watch that movie.
You know what I'd
Spawn in
like?
Fairyland.
That movie they made in 1997, only really good.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
done properly. That'd be
Yeah, only done with maybe maybe a little bit more money. And McFarlane's like, and I'm going to direct it. I'm like, oh.
I love he's threatening that we will have a Spawn sequel even if I have to direct it myself.
Don't do it. Anyone who knows how to direct will do it for you, Todd. Oh my God.
Also, rumors shooting around that Sony or Marvel's like, hey, we were pitching a Venom movie a while back. Maybe now's the time for Venom, guy.
Man, no, maybe now is not the time for Venom.
Maybe.
Okay, so that brings us into one of our discussions, which
Oh, we have a
is
discussion topic? Oh, yeah, he did send some over. I ignored those.
yeah, like
I have a whole list of top.
one of our discussion topics. Which is
Hashtag
Wolverine.
fuck Joel.
That's fine. I deserve that.
I'll take that.
So Fox comes out and as soon as I saw that, as soon as I saw the article, because I posted the article last night.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw it, Fox was like, we're kicking around the idea of a rated R movie. It's like, well, obviously, since Deadpool did so well, who didn't see that coming? We
Yes.
knew that and that's see, I am with James Gunn, because James Gunn came out and James Gunn said
Right.
they're gonna lose. They're not gonna understand the reason for their success.
Why?
Deadpool did well because it was so different from all
That's
the other movies that
right.
we're gonna see this year. Not because it was rated R. Being rated R just added to it. It added for Deadpool to be
It allowed him to be
Deadpool.
to
Exactly.
be Deadpool, and not
Yeah.
just
To say
It
fuck
wasn't,
and to
you know, and-
masturbate and to be pegged on screen.
Yeah, and Wolverine will do that. Like with Wolverine being rated R, we'll get to see a lot more gratuitous violence than we saw in the
Yes.
other movies. The problem is Fox will still be the ones running the show. Deadpool was
Yeah.
good because Fox wasn't running the show. Wolverine probably won't be good because Fox will be running the show.
Yeah. I mean,
that's my take. I could be wrong, and I don't mean to sound cynical.
And I
it's just
fear
I'm
a
going
Deadpool
based off my
sequel
experience
under
with Fox.
Fox.
movies.
yeah. Well, I fear a Deadpool. I was looking at the budget for Deadpool, and it's under
It's a pittance.
under $60 million,
Mhm.
which means there's no way that Fox will make a Deadpool sequel for under $100 million, which is mistake number one.
Yeah.
And mistake number
maybe
two.
we can get another CGI superhero.
I like Doug Colossus. I thought he looked fine, especially for
I hated how he
Colossus. I didn't have no problem with it. For sometimes he's clearly like a puppet.
Yeah,
Another
it's
time
interesting that he never powers down for the
Yeah.
whole movie. That
Good. I
Colossus
powered down
You know,
Colossus.
the
I don't wanna
funniest
see
part
that.
about that, though, I don't want to spoil anything. Go. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, his very first scene, he's eating cereal, powered up.
Yes, he is.
What are you doing, man? No, I want to see. You know what'd be cool? More than 2 X-Men.
No, that was the greatest joke.
That's the joke.
Okay,
That
okay,
was-
we need to move away from Deadpool and
Yes,
go to a different
yes.
topic, because this is just going to turn into us
Yeah,
talking
we're
about
just gonna
Deadpool.
spoil the
We should
heck
just
out of
do
it.
an episode just called Deadpool #Deadpool and just.
Well,
see.
I assumed either the end of this episode or the next one was going to be a spoiler cast on
Yeah,
Deadpool.
no, well, the next
right?
one will be a spoiler cast, or we can probably do it Saturday or Sunday when I get back.
That's
I'm
fair.
going to Vegas, guys. I was snowboarding all morning, and now I'm going to Vegas. Woo! YouTuber money.
Put it all on black and let it ride.
Yeah. #Living the dream.
Living the
Living the
dream.
And also, you're going to play some Street Fighter later today too.
That's not good.
Really? See,
Is
I
it
was all
really not
excited
good?
for
That's-
this.
Dude, there's no arcade mode.
Oh.
What?
The story mode doesn't exist. So what they did was they gave you prequel chapters, which you'll get 2 to 4 fights, single fights with the computer on automatically on easy, with no way to actually change the difficulty, and only a single fight. Then you have a survival mode, no arcade mode, 4 online modes. That is it. In March,
That
we're getting
sucks.
challenges and a few other modes, but no listing of an arcade mode. And then in July, we get the real story mode. Still no listings of an arcade mode.
You mean the mode that everyone likes and everyone plays?
The mode that
arcade
makes
mode.
it a game? Like what? Yeah.
Jeez.
For everyone
always
asking how we afford all that crap, it's actually not YouTuber life. For legitimately, we get invited to these things and they send us out there.
You guys get invited to those things, and Sal and I ride your coattails to those things.
Although I did go
man, it's all
snowboarding
the
on my own,
same.
but that's because I lived on the street. So you just get a
Yeah,
season,
we didn't.
you just get a season pass at the beginning of the year for like $300, and you just go to the mountain whenever you want to go.
Yeah, I like Benny said that's like, sorry guys, I might be a little late for the show. I'm on the mountain, and I'm like, what are you training with Ra's al Ghul in the Himalayas or something? And I'm like, no, wait, Colorado snowboarding.
Yeah, no,
of course.
I've had a season pass this November. Whenever there's free time, I just go over there and snowboard. We just had fresh powder. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Riding the powder, dude. So yeah, comic news. The first big thing I think we should all talk about. It happened yesterday, but the first part of what will be a 2-part new trailer for Daredevil season 2 hit, and wow, what a trailer! Almost 90% from the Punisher, John Bernthal's point of view.
And it was amazing.
I mean,
It was so well done. Oh, dude, it was
I
solid.
was snowboarding.
The whole
Oh.
best line from the whole trailer
was-
is when he says, "You knock them down, they get back up. I knock them down, and they stay down." And I was like,
Stayed.
"How Punisher is that
it's
Very.
statement?" It's so
as long as,
Punisher.
I hope that they don't demonize him. I know that's funny to say because he's basically a living
They
demon.
won't, because they want to spin him off into another show. It's clear they want
I
to.
mean, yeah, like I think they're setting up to be the antagonist of the show, but I want him to. I want there to be like two sides, so that like if you agree with Punisher's tactics, you're like, yeah, Punisher, keep going, and if you're not, you're like, man, Matt, beat that guy. Like I want there to be two camps. Hopefully they do it well. They know what they're doing. I don't need to fucking worry about that.
Yeah,
They have no idea what they're
I
doing.
think they
Did you
will.
not see the first Daredevil? It was horrible.
It was
it was
such a
bad. Ben Affleck, man. This
Yep.
is all the same thing.
I still haven't finished it. No, I'm kidding.
Blue Steel, Ferrari, Latigra. It's all the same face.
Oh, has anyone seen that yet?
Yeah.
Was
It's
it
every
good?
bit as bad as you think it is.
Oh, never mind. We were
every bit as
debating
terrible.
seeing it tomorrow.
What comedy sequels are actually as good or better than the original, except for like 22 Jump Street and stuff like that? I can't think of any.
Not very many, man, but this one was so far bad that it wasn't even.
It's
it
still
wasn't
after
me.
the fact. Like, who really wanted a new Zoolander now in 2016?
Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Stiller wanted it.
Yeah, but I can't think
this.
of anybody in the general public who was like, we need another Ben Stiller movie. Like, we need another. I can't think of like anybody who was saying that. They just made
Yeah, I
it.
don't think anyone is saying that isn't related to him.
Hey, can you make more movies? Because like we're running out of money.
You mean
Yeah.
his wife and his father who show up in all of his movies?
Yeah, his wife from Hey Dude and his dad from
And Dodgeball.
Wait, hey, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember that show from Nickelodeon?
That was a great
His
show.
wife is Melody?
Watch out for those killer cacti and man-eating jackrabbits. We're talking about Christine Taylor.
Salute your shorts. Come on, everyone.
There's a reference.
Let's just talk about 90 shows this whole episode.
Hashtag.
We could.
We have no Faust. I'm Faust affecting this podcast.
Yeah. Hashtag I was born in 1999. Like,
Hey man, did you ever notice
destroyed
that,
the audience.
Did you ever notice that Rocco's modern life was really a postmodern life, man?
it
Did you
was.
notice? That's weird.
Okay, so what's next on the
Anyway.
list?
What's next?
I was gonna say, if we've said all that there is to say about Daredevil, yo, that's cool.
Can't wait. Sounds awesome. I mean,
Also Elektra.
Hope it's
Holy
just as
crap!
bad as the first one.
yeah, right. Bad being good.
And
Like
I hope
the
it's
Power
fat.
Glove, it is so bad.
It's so bad. And I hope it's fat with a PH too. This new Daredevil.
Oh, he went there.
I did. I went there, dropped it off, drove back, and now I'm ready for the next topic.
Wow.
Which is DC Rebirth, not a reboot, which
Dude,
they have
that
proudly
was the
proclaimed
greatest
very-
line ever. That was literally. I just had these images of like Jeff Johns showing up to the DC office and just he's like slightly drunk. It's a long night and like some editors just sitting there and they're like, boss, everyone's calling this a reboot. They're all calling it a reboot, and he's like, it never was a just
It's
put
not-
that
it's
on
not
the
a
poster.
reboot.
It's not a reboot. And it
never was.
Put
And it
that
never
and
was.
tweet that. Tweet that right now.
I could
Read it
so
now.
see that. And he just starts screaming. I'm like, I swear to God, if you do not put that on a poster, you're fired.
His Green Lantern hat is all crumply. He's so mad he throws his Captain Cold action figure across the room.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so I was talking to Faust about that. And for those of you guys that have sensitive ears, cover your ears for the next couple seconds. But I was talking to Faust about that. And I was like, you know what it feels like? It feels like like to take Benny's lead. It's like Jeff Johns, like, you realize I keep saying it reboot. It's like, really, for Christ's sake, it's not a fucking reboot, you know. And then literally just like it was like them putting on there just like a giant. It's not a reboot. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it felt.
Well, it's just like
I thought
for me, it made me sad that DC needed to write that because
That's
you know
the
they've been
nature of
inundated
comics,
with
though.
What?
That's what comics have become, though.
It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be like
DC and
they're
Marvel
gonna
made them
do.
that.
They're gonna do whatever they want to do regardless. People think like we think that like we have influence, and like for like, the only thing we have influence on is like their damage control measures. They're gonna make decisions, and maybe they'll like be implemented for shorter periods of time. DCU, clear example. You know, we all were like we were gonna get DCU whether we wanted to or not. It was just that the numbers said nobody wants it. and
it
so they're
lasted
getting
about
rid
a
of it.
year.
Yeah, but New 52, they're going to do it whether they wanted to or not. And guess what? It worked out, so we're going to keep it forever. But like with this DC, with this Rebirth thing, it was like, Rebirth, we just wanted to tease you. And everyone's like, well, then here's what it is. And then they were like, no, but that's not what it is. Like, we know, like, you know what you have to do to find out what it is? Wait a minute. You just have to wait like a minute, and then you'll
But I
find out.
can't wait a minute. This is the internet age. I'm impatient. I want it now.
Like, all
I
they had to
need
do
it
was just
now.
release like more and more like teasers or more and more jokes or whatever. But like this seems to me like an angry backlash. Like, I'm sick of reading my Twitter feed. Like,
Yeah.
shut up. And I think it's because like reputable news, like comic book news sources are saying like, hey, guess what it is? It is a reboot, and here's what's going to happen. Blah 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 blah. And they're like, what are you doing? Like, you're not DC. You don't have any affiliation with us.
I guarantee you that's a lot of what it was, because Bleeding Cool, the gossip kings of comic news, was it
Yeah.
Bleeding Cool or was it Comic Book
It was
Rebirth?
Bleeding Cool.
Bleeding Cool.
Rich
Was like,
Johnson
it's a
Bleeding Cool.
rebirth, and here's all of our evidence, and you're like,
It might as well have just said, Rich, it's not a reboot. That's what it should have said underneath the freaking like curtain.
yeah.
It's just like Jeff Johns like giving the bird, like they roll back the curtain. It says Rebirth. Jeff Johns flipping off the camera.
My favorite bit from this had to actually be probably a tweet from Dan Slott, who he just mentioned, where he's like, yeah, you know, DC Rebirth, it's not a reboot, it's just a series of new number ones in a brand new world. It's a boot. It's not a reboot, it's just a boot.
Or it's a Marvel now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
no,
or it's a
it's an all-new, all-different Marvel. Do you know how many questions
say
I get
that?
on the all-new,
Gail
all-different
Simone
Avengers?
got in on him and said basically the same thing.
That's awesome.
Well, you know how many questions I get on the all-new, all-different Avengers? Is this 1610 or is it 616? It's neither. They're one now.
Yeah, it's
that's
all
Marvel
one thing.
Prime.
We don't even, and you know they don't even know. Like we were talking about how they kind of folded in Miles Morales' world into the Marvel Prime, but like we don't know what stayed, what didn't. Like Maker stayed, and we guessed that Miles stayed because he gave Owen a burger. But like for all we know, Benny's right, and like 616 and 616 are all one universe, and there's like all kinds of elements that like overlapped. But if that were the case, Nick Fury would be cool and not Nick Fury Jr. It would just be Ultimate Nick Fury and not stupid, phony retcon Nick Fury.
Yeah, dude,
Well,
like,
I
have you seen him
hated
yet?
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
been in
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man a whole bunch of times, and they
he's
keep
been
calling
hanging
him
out.
Nick Jr., and it's like,
oh, right, okay.
and it's like,
Which it's like, ooh, you
said
had
Nick
the
Fury.
chance.
I'm
and you
waiting for
didn't.
them to answer him being chained up on the moon bullshit. So
I bet
Oh.
I bet they don't. I bet that's it. I bet that's over.
Oh, yeah, that's never gonna happen again. They're literally like, he's just destined to watch, and then it's like, well, he died when the multiverse collapsed, whatever.
Yeah, he died, and that's the
That's
end of
it.
that. Who cares?
It's funny what they're doing with Red Skull. Red Skull, who was prisoner of Doctor Doom at the end of Axis, he's just walking around now. He's fine.
Yeah, well, because
oh, dude, you know what? I'll tell you exactly what happened. They ignored Axis post Axis, except for Superior Iron Man and a couple other things, and they've literally gotten rid of every Axis remnant. Like they're literally going, oh no, it went Original Sin Secret Wars. I don't know what this Axis you're talking about is.
Sabretooth is still inverted, and I don't think we saw Havoc again, even though they made it out like Havoc was going to be a big new villain, and then we just never saw Havoc again.
yeah, no.
But Sabretooth is less inverted now and more just trying to live up Wolverine's name.
Right, which is actually not bad.
No,
Like,
it's not. But what I'm
would've happened
saying is they are literally acting like Axis didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, they're keeping like the aftermath, but not the story. Like nobody cares about the Rhinestone Carnage statue or like the
I care about the Rhinestone Carnage. that
Carnage
plays
is
for
back
20
and
Friday.
fighting Werewolf, Jameson's son, and Venom with antitoxin or somebody in him. I don't even know anymore.
Anti-Venom. Yeah.
Or, no, he
No, he's
has
got
the
toxin.
toxin. He has toxin,
Oh.
and they're fighting a Cthulhu cult because apparently the Cthulhu cult thinks that Carnage will bring about the return of the old ones.
whatever.
But I love how they're just like, Carnage is back. Don't question it.
Right? They've done
Just-
that like 6 times. Like Sentry ripped him in half, and then they were like, "He's back." Wasn't he ripped in half? No. Well, no, he was. But then like the symbiote kept him alive and regrew his legs.
Basically,
So there you go.
If symbiotes can do
That's all you
that,
need
why is poor Flash Thompson?
don't ask questions. All right, just go with it.
They're they're just like waiting. They're just like, yeah, we'll do that eventually. When it becomes inconvenient for Flash to be like a wounded veteran, we'll just throw it back.
That's like his only character trait at this point.
Oh yeah.
I'm a wounded vet who understands how the army works. Like that's it.
And he's a former football star, so when in doubt, he'll give you a rousing speech
Yeah.
about football.
Like
But now he's in
developed
space.
so much character for him as Agent Venom, and now they're like, Venom Space Knight. He's cool again.
Yeah. He's
And in
huge and
space.
cool. That said, by the way, speaking of like those R-rated movies, I would watch an Agent Venom R-rated movie.
Me too.
Oh yeah, I'd watch.
I don't
that.
want to see like a Venom like. Bleh, I want to
Yeah,
eat brain
skip
Spider-Man.
Eddie Brock and go right to the more interesting one,
Yes.
please.
You can even like, yeah, that's fine with me. Anyway, but yeah, F-Axis.
If you take nothing else away from this in our conversation about DC Rebirth.
Axis blows.
Axis
Now,
sucks.
one thing we know for certain that will be happening as a result of DC Rebirth and this new rollout and everything, we talked about it a little last week, and it bears repeating here. It's official now. Scott Snyder will depart Batman as of issue 51, and in fact, the solicitations came out for Batman 52 today, and Tynion is writing that one. No word if he's going to stay as the writer or if this
He's
is a
not.
stopgap.
No, they've already announced the new writer for Batman 1.
Is that official? Is
Or
it
is that-
Tom? King?
Actually, I was just going to say, like, actually, I don't know. Bleeding Cool said it.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Just to talk it off camera, we were talking about how Marguerite Bennett's going to take over what?
Wonder Woman, possibly.
Yeah, because of what? Like, what news said that? There was just a blog post on Bleeding Cool that said, Marguerite Bennett's going to start writing this thing now. Like, there's no quote, tweet.
Because she's doing really good on bombshells. That's
Like,
why.
listen, she's great. Bombshell's awesome. Would Marguerite Bennett crush it on a Wonder Woman book? Of course. Is it a no-brainer? Yes. Is it news? Is it true? No. Not until one of them says it.
Right.
Now, that said, the Scott Snyder leak, like Scott Snyder departing Batman, it was like, yeah, we heard that 3 weeks ago. But
It was a
again,
foregone conclusion.
yeah, but again, we only heard that because like Capullo couldn't shut up about leaving, and and Rich Johnson said,
you know,
"Well, I
you're
think
right. For a guy who was leaving on good terms and just wanted to get a break, he was all about, hey, I'm out, guys. I'm out. I'm done. I'm
yeah, yeah,
leaving. I am leaving.
yeah, exactly."
Well, but okay, but I don't blame him though. I mean, if he was wanting to take a break,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, if you want to take a break, but I don't think he's
wants
taking.
to go draw other stuff that's not Batman.
yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me, which is going to kind of suck because I mean, I don't know, man. It's one of those weird things because and I hate to like sound like the hipster guy, but there are times when like a writer and an artist just mesh,
Yeah.
like they just click well.
Yeah.
This was one of those times.
This was one of those times.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It just worked out well.
Well, like Greg Capullo was born to draw Batman and Spawn,
Yep.
and
And he's done both.
And like having seen his Justice League in Super Heavy or whatever, I was like, I would rather just watch you draw. I would rather look at your Batman.
Greg Capullo,
Like-
if you happen to see this, Sal believes that you are defined by your ability to draw that.
Yeah.
That-
Greg
that your
Capullo, if
identity.
you do happen to
Pencil.
see this, I love your work and would love to just get coffee with you sometime. That'd be really awesome.
If Greg Capullo is watching this, you are a great artist and you are a very strong man. Also, I would like to say.
yes, Greg
Greg
Capullo.
Capullo.
Me and Joel love you very, very awkwardly.
Very awkwardly.
Oh God, you had to go creepier with it. I already creeped it up.
Yeah.
Getting off
I
the
would
field.
open
And
mouth
I
kiss
top-
Greg Capullo.
By the way, Greg Capullo, I'd like to.
Tell us all about the Batman, Greg Capullo. Just tell us all about it. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad to see Snyder go. And I was thinking about this the other night. He's been writing Batman for as long as I have been making YouTube videos. Like, yeah.
Does that make you or him old?
Barn, that's a good question. I'll leave that
Him
for the
will live
chat
in
to
you.
decide.
No,
know,
wait.
okay, here's
You've been
what's-
making YouTube videos for like 8 years.
Barn, he hasn't been writing it for 8. Well, okay. When New 52 Batman, this run, not counting the stuff he did before in Detective Comics and Black Mirror.
Okay,
and all that.
I'll give you that one. I was gonna say 8 years, Joel.
Here's something that's
Been in this
really
for
going
8
to take your
years.
noodle. Like Grant Morrison's been writing comics longer than some of us have been alive,
It's true.
That's very true.
which explains why he's crazy.
All right, guys, before we move on to the next one, though, I do need to do our usual plug, but this time the plug is going to be for Rob's viewers over on his channel. If you want to catch this live stream live, then make sure you come check out twitch.tv/EligibleMonster every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's the time we go live, right, guys?
That's right.
Okay.
Something along those lines. I don't know.
If they get there
somewhere
at that
along
time,
the
they will
line.
catch the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you
It's
want to
squiggly
enjoy
line.
more gameplay, then myself and Eligible Monster from Zodical Candy, all that, we've been doing gaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Eligible Monster from Zodical.
There's a girl. She's a girl. She plays games.
You mean Zodical Candy from Eligible Monster?
Thank you, that one. Either way, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we are playing games over here. We do it after the weekly poll, or we do it at the weekly poll's timestamp, which is about 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you really love this podcast and you want to support us live, guys, we are trying to get 100 subscribers right now on this channel. We appreciate every single one of the subscribers. And if you can't subscribe, just give us a follow, because following really helps us too. We're trying to really build up this Twitch channel properly, and we're trying to turn this podcast into a more professional podcast if Joel would upload it properly on time. But
Damn it, Joel.
damn it, Joel.
I mean, I call everybody
Hashtag
about half an
damage.
hour before it starts, so I'm always on time.
All I'm saying, guys, is if you do enjoy this podcast, we would appreciate subscriptions on the Twitch channel. And if you can't do that, a follow really does help us. That's all we need. And if you are watching this on Rob's channel, please come check it out on twitch.tv/EligibleMonster, where you can join the chat and we will answer your questions live, sitting here at 6 p.m. Eastern.
I don't know if we'll answer your questions, but we'll talk about stuff.
We answer some of the questions. Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone who is currently following. We actually have a bot in there that tells us when people follow or sub now.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, what's happening?
It's very exciting.
I've been doing a lot of fixes to this Twitch channel while you guys run off and talk comics.
That's crazy, man, because I never noticed it.
See?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
followers. No, it only started this last week.
What?
The follow train.
What?
We
What are
only
you
started
talking
doing that last week.
What?
What? Rob, you want to play Street Fighter? I'll kick your butt.
Dude, no way. Dude, did you guys hear about how Daigo got beat by a rap artist?
What?
No, really? That's the thing that happened?
Yeah, that's the thing that happened.
Daigo, for those of you who don't know, is like the king of
He
Street
is
Fighter
the
players.
guy. He is the Street Fighter guy. He is
He is god tier.
dude, he's like the hand from StarCraft back in the day. He is the definitive Street Fighter guy, and he's like, it's considered his game. Like, he's the king of arcade games. And some rap artist, I guess, challenged him or something like that, and he won 3-2. And it was like, wow, it was insane. But anyway, so back on topic, because we're so woefully off topic, it's not even funny. What was our next topic?
Yeah, what's the next thing?
Well, I guess we kind of already talked
I'm
about
playing
this, but
Street
I was going to say
Fighter.
that, yeah, playing Street Fighter, that's next on the agenda. I was going to say Deadpool breaks R-rated movie records. We basically already talked about that. We talked about how there's kind of a arms race going on for R-rated comic book movies. Now they're saying, hey, maybe X-Force should be R-rated. No, really? You think?
Yeah,
Well,
that's a
and-
cool idea. I'd be on board for that.
That's something I hope they understand. Like, there are some movies and characters that need to be R-rated. Like, any movie that features Deadpool needs to be R-rated, just because of the nature of Deadpool, and that's what people are going to expect. See, that's the problem now. Is when it comes to Deadpool, like, this box has been opened. You can't make another movie with Deadpool in it that's PG-13 because people want
Pandora's
to see.
chimichanga box has
According
been
to Grace
opened.
Hedberg, you can.
Yeah, like, people want to see this Deadpool. They want to see this version of Deadpool in
They
future
could
movies.
do it. It's just they would have to be careful, and he would have to be used sparingly. Like, wouldn't X-Men Apocalypse be improved by a cameo from Deadpool?
I think they have to be rushing that out now. I'm sure.
I mean,
they
it's
really
set
wanna do
20
that.
years in the past, so I don't know about that. Like, I don't know how he'd
Do
work.
time travel, cable
Time
time
travel,
travel. That's
cable.
how you
That would
do
be
it.
amazing.
Dude, wouldn't that be something like there would literally be a scene where like Deadpool is sitting in his house and then Cable shows up. It's like, wait, we have to go. Body slide by 2, and they just show up in the 1980s.
Oh my God. If that was the PS, if they announced who Cable was in the PS for X-Men Apocalypse, I would give them extra $5.
Yeah.
What would you just call him up? Excuse me, Fox? Would you like $5 more?
Here's a
Five bucks.
I know. I just put it in an envelope, write Fox on it, and just put it in the mailbox.
Just mail it. Just mail
Everyone's
like
like,
a
what were you
$5
doing? I
bill.
was playing around a Street Fighter. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, because if you mail cash style, that'll definitely make it to Fox. I can
It's
guarantee.
usually it's not
No one
like
will
it's
steal it.
Yeah, really.
cash out of envelopes
gonna
to the U.S.
Put it up
Post.
to a light.
What are you talking about?
I hope they get Steve Lang to play Cable, that dude from Avatar, because he looks
know what?
just like the guy.
Let's talk about that. because I made a poster, made like a mock-up Time magazine thing, and like I uploaded it on Reddit, and then I posted it to Reddit. Like one person disliked it because they hate their life, and then other people were like, "This is an awesome
Of
idea,"
course.
because they love their life, and so they were like, "This is really interesting." So it's got like 100 upvotes, something along those lines, which I'm happy about. I mean, it pales in comparison to my 28,000, karma points on Reddit, which I'm very happy about. But nonetheless. So, when I made the video on Cable's Origins, I told people like I think Liam Neeson should be the one to play Cable, and that was my first thought sitting in the theater. Was Liam
There's
Neeson
a
should be
big
the one to
Liam
play
Neeson
Cable.
joke within
Because they want you to
Deadpool.
think that,
Exactly.
yeah.
There's a big Liam Neeson joke in there, and I kept thinking about it after he said it. And I was like, I could definitely see him. I mean, you could see that dichotomy, like the super serious, Liam Neeson, and Deadpool does something stupid. He's like, "Damn it, Wade!" You could see.
And Liam Neeson does do comedy. Usually it's terrible comedy, like 100 Ways to Die in the West, but he can do it.
But but the good thing is it would be like Liam Neeson from Taken meets Wade is how he would come across, which I think
Have
is
a
a really
particular
good
set of time travel skills.
skills that make you a nightmare with
Problem
people
is
like
that
you.
Cable would have that awful, not American accent where he's like, "Who knows how many fathoms?" like, it was
Well,
just
and
about
that's
to sell up some cattle.
and that was
I have
that
a
was
particular cybernetic eye.
I have the
an eye
legacy
that makes a nightmare for people like you because I can see you even if you have clothes on. But nonetheless, so
I can't wait for Deadpool to just do away with Deadpool's complicated or with Cable's complicated origin story and be just like, "Hey kids, it's Cable. He's the son of Scott Summers and Jean Grey from the future."
Yeah.
That's all you need to know, really.
Somebody was actually asking me that on Instagram today. They were like, "What are they gonna? How are they gonna do his origin?" I'm like, "He's Jean Grey and Scott Summers' kid from the future. Drop all clones, and you have a really streamlined version of his origin. It's the origin that I remember and talk about." And then, of course, the comment thread's like, "Oh, you left out these clones," and I'm like, at the end of the day, Cable
Well-
is their kid from the future.
well, before people who see this on YouTube start freaking out, Madeline Pryor. There you go. Okay. Anyway, so
Yeah, what is
um,
Matt Pryor? Is she a clone of Jean
she's a
Grey?
clone of Jean Grey.
She's
So
freaking Jean Grey.
no,
That's
they're
the
gonna be like,
same thing.
no, she's a totally like she went crazy and she tried to take over the world
Is she
using
genetically the
using
same
demons.
Goblin Queen.
Like, yeah, the Goblin Queen. Nonetheless, like
All I can
Like-
say is WTF. Oh wait, hashtag fuck the X-Men. Fuck old school X-Men.
and comic book cast. So anyway, so as they were,
I love how
on
Rob
it.
is continuing it now.
as people were posting
alright,
comments, people kept saying more and more often like Stephen Lang should be Cable, and some people were
He
saying
looks
it, like
just like the guy.
he looks just like the guy. And I started going through looking at like different pictures. I even went back and watched Avatar for like
You
the
made a
first hour
scrapbook
or
of
so of it
Steve
because I
Lang
got bored.
pictures that you keep under your pillow.
I have a scrapbook of Stephen Lang, like Stephen Lang. I have a scrapbook of you.
A very particular scrapbook.
Boy, we're
very
assuming a
particular
lot of people watch this podcast.
Like a scrapbook that makes me nightmare. That makes yeah, whatever. Liam
Robert
Neeson.
Downey Jr., if
So-
you're watching this, I'm volunteering to be your PA, perfectly free. I'll do it for free.
Just saying.
I would, dude. Robert Downey Jr. would be like the coolest person to work for. He'd be like, "Can you go get me like a?"
Or maybe the most horrible person to work with when you
feel
stop.
like-
He
might be a little bit
seems
of a-
like he would be a cool guy. Like, hey, can you go and grab me a coffee? By the way, feel free to get yourself like a Maserati. It's like, thank you, Robert Downey Jr. You're awesome.
Because we're gonna make another episode.
Oh, you guys want to hear something funny? Speaking of Maseratis, Rob called him and says, "Why don't we buy a private jet together?"
I was goofing around. Like
I
was like,
couldn't tell if you were goofing or not. He was like, "Let's just buy a private jet." I'm like,
Yeah,
Rob,
Benny,
do you know how much a
let's-
private jet is? That's not a
Let's put our
car.
money together and buy a several $100 million Lear jet. Let's just take out a-
Unlike Joel's totally serious idea of buying a used, tour bus or RV and tour around North America going to
Dude, I
cons.
would do that. I
I'm
would.
on board with that. Well, Rob and I are doing that in March. Oh, I really
Like-
I gotta start booking that.
Well, okay, I didn't even know if that was still happening. I was like,
Oh, it's the first week of April. Rob and I, on the first week of April, will be traveling from whatever the top of the New England is. I always mix it up.
Maine.
I want to say
Maine.
Maine,
Or New
but I
Hampshire.
always think Vermont, but it's not Vermont.
that really cold place up there in the north.
Really
of
cool
North
place up there in
US.
the top. We're gonna go from there down to Disney World. We're gonna stop at comic book stores and hang out with all of our friends. We'll avoid Comic Pop though, because it makes too much sense, and everyone would expect us to show up.
Right? That's
Like,
just
whoa,
expect-
You're gonna
like-
haul ass all the way to Lollapalooza like they did in that one Simpsons episode.
Dude, you guys are gonna have to follow us. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Comic Story and Comics Explained,
Yeah,
Southwest What,
meetups.
all that stuff. So that and Cape Joel, so that we can be like, hey guys, like we're hanging out. You can be like, okay, cool, and then
You're gonna go to Burning Man and burn the man.
and
Yeah,
then
we
Joel
are.
can be
It'll
like,
be
man,
fun.
I wish I was there. But no, yeah, because
Well, actually, the whole thing is
stuck up
Rob.
there.
Rob
Yeah.
needs to eat food from the East Coast.
Ah,
He's getting the Maine lobster. He's gonna go get
Yeah.
Boston chowder. He's gonna
Yeah.
go.
gonna
Maine
get
lobster and
tricked into eating
Newfoundland
lobster.
potatoes.
Yeah, that's the
Yum,
thing.
yum.
We're going down there. He'll
Dude,
get
I
whatever
almost
the hell they
died
have in
after
Connecticut
that.
because I don't think they have anything.
There's
Philly
a couple of nice
cheesesteak.
spots.
Just
There's nothing great.
But anyway, so back to the topic at hand.
Right.
No, so the more people said it, the more I started looking at different images of Stephen Lang, and I was like, yeah,
Every angle.
like this guy would be a great Cable. And so I'm curious, like for those of you in the chat who are watching this right now, and those of you guys who see this on YouTube, post down and who do you guys think should be the one to play Cable? I'm curious, if you guys could pick anybody to play Cable, who would you guys pick?
Arnold Schwarzenegger in just serious joke casting. Like Schwarzenegger now, okay, Deadpool, we must go back in time.
Yeah.
Get
to the
body
extra-
shop.
Maybe Ron Perlman would be a pretty
Oh, yes, he
He
would
would be a
jump at
solid-
that.
He would be a solid one.
In Sons of Anarchy, he basically just looked like Cable, just strap an eye to him, an arm to him, and there you go.
Well, I mean, even if you go and watch him in Pacific Rim, he looked like a dressed up Cable.
Yeah.
Hannibal Chow.
Yeah, which is a
Where
really
is my
weird name.
goddamn shoe?
Animal. Dude, I love that line. That was such an awesome scene to give us at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I love the
People
fact
are
that his
saying
name is
Kevin
Hannibal
Nash.
Chow and he's not even sort of Asian.
Nope, not even
Now,
close.
all right, here's one thing that the people were talking about, because when I posted up on Reddit, somebody was like, "Well, he's just he's much shorter than Ryan Reynolds. It doesn't make any sense. You might as well cast Tom Cruise." I'm like, "Well, they use camera angles."
So was
to make
Hugh
Tom
Jackman.
Cruise look-
Hugh Jackman was shorter than Reynolds too. He had to have special lifts in his shoes just to make him look the same
it's
height.
called Hollywood,
Stupid
folks. They make it
Wolverine's
work.
short.
Yeah.
Let him be a little shorter than him. It's fine.
Let the next Wolverine actor be a little Wolverine dude, like a little Ryan O'Reilly guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, then he's not intimidating. He's not
But
scary.
that's
He's-
the point, that he can mess you up even while he's tiny.
Yeah. He's scary.
Yeah.
Punches up, but he punches up with claws.
He has knives that come out of his arms.
Is that not intimidating enough for you, Rob?
I mean,
Claws.
I'll be honest, man. Like, that's not very scary to me, because then I would be like, "Well, I have knives too. Sure, they're not made of an indestructible metal, but they still do the job."
See, there you go. But he'll hurl his little body at you, and now all of a sudden it's a different story.
It's like, well, you know what, Wolverine? Like, yes, your your entire skeleton is made of adamantium, but you know what's not made of adamantium? Your eyeballs. So we're just going to stab you in the eyes, and then you're going to die. And why is Benny eating cereal? Is that yogurt or cereal?
Finally,
My God,
I had a whole yogurt.
you had a whole yogurt.
In the time it took us to have this Wolverine conversation, Benny ate a whole yogurt.
Just crushing that yogurt.
Just
Smash
eating
that
yogurt. Benny just eating yogurt like you don't give a fuck.
Absolutely destroying that yogurt. Just not caring.
Oh man, I got some of that Dark Knight versus Batman cereal that they're coming out with. I'm
Oh,
gonna
thanks,
do a video on
Tiffany.
it.
Tiffany just said I'm proving how devoted I am to the weekly poll.
Eating yogurt.
Why is Tiffany not on this episode? We are down a fifth member.
We are.
She's working on stuff. Plus, like
Tiffany, we demand you.
Oh,
Gumbo.
we didn't invite her. That's why. We could.
Well, you always have an open invitation, Tiffany. You don't have to.
Come
wait
on,
for us to
Tiffany.
say it.
Yeah, you hear that, Tiffany?
Wow, Sal's so excited.
Yeah, sounds like, yeah, you hear that, Tiffany? You have an open invitation.
All right.
Whatever.
This is the most off-topic episode we've had in a long time.
Yes.
And
True,
yet we
we-
have
we
many
need-
topics.
We need a
Without
power.
Faust, we needed a Faust effect. I am doing it.
What's his name? And Joel's like, yeah, and it's almost like we had a person who worked really hard to come up with a whole bunch of really good topics for us today.
We're going through them. I'm sorry,
We are,
Joel.
actually.
You get paid either
Fine.
way.
No, we are. We're doing great.
It's true. It's
We're
true.
making our way through them, man.
Yeah,
So-
we're making our way downtown.
Yep.
So here's another
Walking
one that I figured
fast.
we could all just
Faces
rip
past and
on.
we're homebound.
Oh, good song.
I picked up
Everyone,
when you were putting
I
down,
need
dude.
you to do me a favor right now. This is legitimate because you like to tweet people when I tell you not to. So this is what I need you to do. I need you all to tweet Faust right now with hashtag Faust Effect. You ruined the podcast. Just say that.
Like ruined forever.
He just jumped in on Skype.
Faust, you screwed it up, man.
Well, we got Tiffany's hair.
Up, Tiffany getting tagged in.
Yeah.
Tagged in. She's gonna go off the ropes.
Hey.
Everyone, while we're getting Tiffany in, I need you to tweet Faust that.
Yeah.
This is the
I
most
give you the
disheveled
permission.
podcast.
Oh, and while you're at it, tweet hashtag Faust Effect. You ruined the weekly pool, and then hashtag fuck Rob.
Why would you do
While you're
that?
out there doing stuff for me.
You know. Well,
While
And
you're
then I
at
need
it.
you all to buy a Maserati and deliver them to Rob.
Yeah,
Too many
sure.
Maseratis.
Buy me Maseratis, guys. I'll take them off your hands. I promise.
It's like too many cooks, but too many Maseratis.
Yeah.
Just Rob, what am I gonna do with all these
Tiffany has
Maseratis?
joined the weekly poll.
I gotta tell you, on the Maserati conversation, at the school that I work at, I have seen more of those vehicles than I thought I ever would.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I work at a private school, so, you know.
It's all
Yeah.
Maseratis.
I almost went out and bought a car. So I went to go buy a Mustang when I got out of the army. I was like, this is long before this. I'm like, I want to go buy a Mustang. Everyone in the military has a Mustang. I want a Mustang. So I show up there, and my wife's like, no, we can't have a Mustang. We need a Corvette. Like, a Corvette's like triple the amount of a Mustang.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corvette's what
She's
you
right,
need, Benny.
though.
That's true.
Let me ask you this: was it a cherry red Mustang? Was
we
it cherry?
got neither. I got a Highlander to tote around my snowboards.
Dude, living that wild
Oh.
life, man.
Well, there
With that
can be
reliable
only
SUV.
one, you know. So
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Sal,
well,
you
Michael.
okay, buddy? Are you getting irritated because I keep pulling us off track?
No. I mean, like, this is the show, man.
Sal, how are you today?
I'm super great.
Are you good?
Yep.
are you really? Are you just
What's
saying
coming
that?
out this week, Sal?
is
What
what?
do your viewers get to look forward to?
Me!
Yeah, it's all Tiff all the time. Tiffany's heading up the episode of Back Issues on Thursday. Which
Yeah, isn't she gonna like pick up Saga again? Are you gonna do that again?
She'll
I
do Saga
am.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get Ethan and Ben, you know, they have time to recoup.
Yeah, they got sick or something. They
No,
were
I
busy.
meant from Saga.
Oh
Part
yeah,
one.
yeah. From
Oh.
having seen.
Yeah. See,
Sextillion.
people were on comments like they were like, "Hey, Rob, are you gonna do Saga?" I'm like, "Nope." If you want to learn about Saga, you can go watch Tiffany's
They're
videos.
like, are you gonna do Saga? I'm like, that is long. There's a reason why I don't do that kind of thing. You're
There's a
lucky-
reason why it's
they're
called
lucky
Saga.
I'm doing Earth 2 right now. Ask
Don't
Joel
you
how
know
goddamn
what
long Earth 2 is.
sextillion?
Earth 2 is
No.
long.
Sextillion.
It's so scary there.
You know what? I will do Saga, and I will do a single issue per episode and put them all up one at a time, back to back one day. You'll just have like
Just-
40 freaking
just
episodes go live.
do-
I wouldn't do it every day, but I do it every week.
I
you know what? That's
keep
actually
reading
not a
Saga,
bad
but I
idea.
need like a long car trip or a plane ride to catch up on Saga from the beginning.
Yeah.
Do Saga every week. God, I don't know.
You know what
See,
my plane rides are typically, because I fly around so much at this point? It's to read every comic that came out the week.
Yeah.
I've often said
And,
that,
and
you
I
know,
use it to read all of the Turtles books, all the IDW books until now.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're-
nice.
Most
That's
of
something
them
that
are
I
good.
want to do,
Huh?
but I just can't. I want to
They're-
read all the Turtles books, but there's so freaking many.
There are.
You know what?
They're-
you know
for
what?
the
I might
most
do
part,
Ninja
they are
Turtles. That's a
really
good
good.
idea.
The only arc I did not enjoy is when they went to another dimension to protect elves that Krang was attacking. I was like, what were you thinking,
Wait,
Eastman?
whoa. Like Christmas elves or like.
There's like an
Like
elven
Keebler elves.
race in the comic this time around, and Krang is fleeing from a war with them to try and get technology from the turtles. That was the whole point of the mutagen. So what ends up
Okay.
happening is once they figure this out, the turtles go to the dimension that Krang's attacking, and they help the elves.
Okay.
and that is the real secret of the ooze.
You
Yes,
read
it
it,
is.
right, Joe?
No.
So I'm the only one that read about Krang fighting the elves with the help of the turtles.
I think so.
I think you might have dreamed that, man.
That's real.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google that real quick and see. The turtle arc that I like is when they went to another dimension and hung out with Batman, and it's great.
That's the
from
new
James
one.
Gunn.
I know. I'm really enjoying it. It's making me want to go back and read all the turtles. I do.
I
Have
like-
Well, you know what's really? You could skip the elf arc. You just do all the intro stuff, the Shredder stuff, skip the Krang stuff, come back when they kill Donatello because you kind of need to know
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard all. I mean, like, trust me, you couldn't jump on Twitter without finding out Donatello died. My favorite turtle.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
like
I'm
that.
gonna carve out a day
I
because I originally had a day to do a whole bunch of like to do a series of DC stories. I'm gonna like cancel those and do Ninja Turtles like one video a week.
Dude,
Turtle
do it. I
time,
can't. I
man.
can't keep up with it. I've gotten to a point now where once a week I'm trying to do indie or other publishers and that kind of a thing. And we
Yeah.
just did Birthright, and I'm doing another truly indie on Saturday because their book just came out and it's actually really good. Where is it?
Well, I'm
I keep
dedicating
saying
like the next
I
couple
wanna
of
read
months to
more.
do Valiant stuff.
It's called Dead Man's Party. It's from Darby Pop. I actually got it. I'm not gonna lie. They sent it to me, and I was like, I really don't think this is gonna fly, guys. And so I sat down and read it, and it's about an assassin who's like the best at his game, and then what he ends up doing is he gets diagnosed with cancer. And in his line of work, there's a thing called the Dead Man's Party. So you can go out on top of your game. You can put it out there that you 5 of your peers can go out and kill you. You'll be the best of the best. They'll get your bank account and your name on their resume. And then he
That
discovers-
is so awesome.
That's a
right,
cool
but,
concept.
But then he discovers he doesn't have cancer. The whole thing was staged so that he would
So
start
that he
the
would
Dead
do
Man's
that.
Party, and there's no way to call it off.
That's cool.
Wow. So it's like
son.
the most dangerous game meets the game.
little
with,
bit.
Yeah.
What's
Meets
what's it called?
Scud the Disposable Assassin. On
Nice.
That's a
nice
really cool
reference.
concept.
No, it's a really good book. So I'm putting that out on Saturday because the book just released on Amazon. So I'm like, hey guys, the book came out. Go check it out.
That's solid, man.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had more time to keep it with all these cool indie books. I always say the only time I'll get to read those is if I'm on a trip or if I go to prison and I have unlimited time to just sit
Yeah.
and
They
read
will not
books
give you
while-
comics in prison, my friend. I don't know who's
I
told you
don't,
that.
Rob, because you love my dares. I'm looking at the comments right now. I dare you. Dare you, dare you, dare you. And I will do the Vine that I promised you where I say Rob is God and put it up on my Twitter if you do IDW's My Little Pony.
That's like you got to do it.
If
Like
Are you
if
serious?
You
Yes.
should have Ben on.
They
you
just
should have
asked
Ben
me
as
to
a
do
guest,
it.
'cause-
If you do it, I will. You can go ahead and say this is a dare. I'm doing it on a dare. I'm fine with that. But if you do it,
Now, is Ben legit a big My Little Pony fan, or is that just an on-running?
Ben does dig My Little Pony. He has a favorite. He watched the show. He doesn't read the comics, but he did pick him up on Free
All
Comic.
right. This is probably
Okay,
a
so
dumb
that's
question
for
to
real.
ask.
That's not like some lore you made up. Like that's legit. Okay.
No,
good check.
because the people who made it were the same people who did like Powerpuff Girls. So it's like, yeah, it's probably
Well, one
very-
ass.
All right, this
Okay.
is
I'm
gonna
not
be
gonna
a
lie,
dumb.
I
This
even
is
have
gonna be a
issue
dumb
one.
question
It
to
was
ask.
issue one and I was
How
like,
many
grab it.
people in the chat think that I should do My Little Pony? How many people of you? How many of you think that I should take up Benny on his dare?
Let the chat decide.
Yeah, well, you know what? They're all gonna
We
say
will
yeah.
cut the story. Oh no.
It'll be like Gladiator. You give thumbs up or thumbs down.
Benny
Yeah.
the Pony.
That is
Oh my
Are you not
god!
entertained by these ponies?
no. By the way, I start.
that's
they're
true.
all saying do it.
We're all saying do it. Yes.
Oh my God, the chat is blowing
Oh my
up. Do
God.
it, do it, yes,
The
do it,
action
do
I've
it,
ever
just
seen
do
in the
it.
show.
Oh, fine. I'll do My Little Pony.
Oh my God, because your voice would be so much better. What would mine be like? Fairy Sparkle, whatever. I don't know.
Twilight Sparkle.
Twilight Sparkle flew in and saved the day from.
All right. Well, then I'll do My.
And then they
Little
all
Pony.
learned friendship was magic.
Oh my god. Okay, well then I'll postpone. Man, this is gonna be such a terrible idea. I will postpone my.
What does everybody want? Like, oh, my cable videos.
No.
Yeah, really. Sorry, Cable, you're getting
Joel-
bumped for ponies. Hope you
Joel,
don't mind.
Joel postpone everything by a week, and I'll do My Little Pony on Friday.
Okay. Woo, everyone, I got an extra week.
I'm having Joel write the script for Aquaman Explained.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
going really well, actually. It's one of the better things I've written.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of history in 75
Rob is
So,
already
um,
regretting his decision.
So no, this is actually this is funny. This is how
Tiffany's already bored and looking up her laptop.
this is how this week is gonna
Chat.
play out.
Chat, she's monitoring.
Oh, okay.
Here's how this week is going to play out. I'm running over the evolution of Iceman's powers in Marvel Comics, and then we're doing Faith Explained,
Oh,
and
I
then
still
we're
haven't done
doing
that.
My Little Pony, and then we're doing one of those videos on the Incredible Hulk. So we're going to go from a dude that literally can control the molecules of things in existence
Yep.
to a female chick who's a superhero to ponies to the
Mhm.
Incredible Hulk
I gotta do the
That's
Faith
the
thing. Let me look at my
evolution.
schedule.
of our week.
Sounds like an awesome club.
Yeah.
That's the evolution of our week.
Sounds like a party everyone wants to go to.
Yeah, like it's gonna be a cool party.
My week is I'm trying to think. We
I don't even know how to
just
spell
put out Green
pony.
Lantern. Tomorrow is Superboy because we couldn't get out our original plan to Darth Vader video, so we got Superboy coming out. Then I love how we're in the middle of the podcast, so we're just like.
Yeah, we're just talking about what you can expect.
Thursday is Evil Superman destroying Earth 2. That's basically what that's
Cool.
basically Volume 5 in its entirety.
That's a cool story. I like that story. I
Yeah,
have the
Friday
trailer.
is Batman Europa.
Oh,
Joker
that's a
and Batman
great
team up.
story.
See, I was gonna wait. Is it already finished? I was gonna wait until
Yes,
it
it
finished.
has.
It's over.
Oh, really? Damn it.
I'm gonna
Well,
do
then
That's
you-
an excellent story.
I was gonna
Saturday is
wait.
Batman v Superman prequel Lois Lane. And Dead Man's Party. Yep, that one. And then Sunday's Darth Vader.
Nice.
Oh, Pony. Pony.
Take your 6 foot tall asthmatic ass out of here.
My Little Pony comic. Oh my god.
We have no
It's-
end today, guys. We're just
It's,
gonna
it's
hang out.
called.
all
It's
night.
called.
How
This.
are you
No,
doing,
my
Chad?
god. This comic is called Friendship is Magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
underscore for My Little Pony. It's called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Do you not agree with that sentiment?
Friendship is magic, but this nah.
But when you say it, though.
When you say
Do we
it,
have
though,
any more
it's-
topics, Joel? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah,
Yes.
we do. But
I mean,
So,
I
so
feel
hey,
like
we were talking about cars and Maseratis before, so this is only fitting. Bumblebee is going to be getting a spin-off from the Transformers movie in 2018. Aren't y'all excited?
The
Oh.
least
Dude, that is
favorite-
no different than like the tow truck from Cars getting one, or
Yeah.
Dory getting one from that Finding whatever thing.
Nemo.
Nemo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Finding them fish.
What would I do without you, Sal? I just need to hire Sal to follow me around to finish my sentences.
I love that in a series where they can barely concentrate on the few robot characters they actually do have their ideas. Let's take out more of the robot characters and just
Yeah.
have one.
Let's not
Yeah.
make it about Optimus Prime, the only one that anyone wants to watch in action,
the
and make it
return
about
of
the
Queen.
one robot that can't freaking talk for no reason.
Yeah.
These
How about-
okay.
Also,
on,
those
so-
movies are terrible, so never mind.
Well,
So
yeah.
just to
They
make
were okay
sure,
until the latest one.
the cast of this comic book
The
is
first one is a
Twilight
guilty
Sparkle.
pleasure.
Bob is still on My Little Pony.
Dude, it's Twilight Sparkle, Princess Celestia,
Yes.
Yeah.
Pinkie
Spike,
Pie, Applejack,
Owlicious,
Owlicious.
Owlicious,
Why does Sal
Applejack,
know these so well?
I've
DJ
watched the show.
Pond
I just don't like it very much.
Winona.
I tried watching the first episode. I'm like, this is too
No,
saccharine.
the pilot's death, but there's a couple episodes that are pretty funny.
I'm
Isn't there
learning
one like they
about
do
that
like a
stuff.
bid parody of Batman the animated series?
There's
They
Pinkie
did a
Pie.
Big Lebowski episode.
Did what?
This is gonna be
What?
insane.
Google it.
They
Oh
took
my
my pony
God.
rug and really tied the room together.
Yeah.
This video is gonna go one of two ways. Either like
Say what you want about national
either
pony
like
socialism, at least it's
4,000
an ethos.
people are gonna watch it,
It will easily
or
be your
it'll
most
be
popular
like,
video.
or it'll be like 1 million people will watch it. like-
be more animated in your be like
I am
"Hey,
gonna,
guys."
dude. If this turns into be your highest video ever, and you end up having to do like a weekly My Little Pony, I am gonna do nothing but laugh at you.
Wow. Yeah, well, you can laugh at me while I'm raking in the views. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I was gonna say those
I'll be
ponies
laughing all the way to the bank, bitch.
Yeah.
Rob's gonna be sitting there and be like, man, those ponies, they moved me into a bigger house.
Well, see, it's gonna be weird too because then it's gonna be focusing on like how the ponies feel and shit like that. Getting all
All right,
that
what's
stuff.
the next topic?
You know what?
for
You know
us?
what?
We can make sure
I'm-
his comics done.
No. Wait a minute. If I'm gonna
And-
do a
and
video on
Rob-
My Little Pony, by God, you're gonna let me talk about it. Like, you know what? I'm going balls to the wall. Like, I'm
Going
gonna
balls on these
incorporate their
ponies.
emotions, how I think
Rob
they're
is coming.
feeling, how I think they might view the world, like the whole 9 yards. Wow,
You know
the
what
most
this means,
in-depth
Rob?
My Little Pony
This
video.
also means you're gonna have to probably watch at least the pilot for the show to get the context for the characters and get the voices right in your head.
I'm not gonna do voices, but
That's my thing. I do the voices. Rob never does voice. You don't do voices, do you?
I don't do voices.
Yeah, that's me.
I did.
I have
did
five. I have
voices.
5 voices that I rotate, but I have an hour and a half with Zodical from our gaming channel. That is now a thing. After every weekly poll, we will be here afterwards, and we'll be hanging out here and stuff like that. This particular episode, I think everyone's like ready to bolt. So Sal gets grumpy face when we go overtime. You're like a grumpy cat.
Like, oh.
Yeah, dinner's on the stove. Just it's being warm. It's fine.
I know, but no, that's why I'm like,
No, I know. And that's why I'm always like, oh, look at the time. Sal should have gone an hour ago. All right, guys. So, just for those of you guys who have just joined us, I am Benny the Comic Storian. I run the channel Comic Storian. I also do stuff on the channel Eligible Monster. It's a gaming channel, comic book channel. We do lore, storylines, goof around, have fun. It's just we get you caught up in geek content. Why don't you guys all do a fresh pitch? Because honestly, who knows how many people Rob's got on the channel now that have no idea who we are.
right.
Sal.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Sal. This is Tiffany. We're from Comic Pop. It's it's just a comic book channel where we talk about comics and we do reviews and discussions, and it's just all of our personalities on display where we just share our opinions and feelings about comics. And our flagship show, Back Issues, is the show where I explain comics to 2 people who have no idea what's happening or have any context for it. And I usually pick a really continuity-heavy story, so there's a lot of tangents and side conversations. It's usually humor-based. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully you'll check it out. The last episode was Spider-Verse. This week we're doing an episode in which Tiffany will be taking the lead. She is leading the show in that episode where she's going to talk about Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange, Triumph, and
Nice.
Torment, which is an amazing graphic novel.
Yeah, it is.
Where those 2 titans team up and battle the
I
forces of hell
gotta go
itself.
look at your channel and watch that one on Spider-Verse.
It's fun.
I know you hated Spider-Verse. I gotta
I
see what
did.
you
It's-
say about it.
He reins himself in pretty good, honestly.
I
He
give
showed
it.
a great amount of restraint.
All right, Joel.
So, yeah, that's
I'm Joel, and you can find me over on the channel Cape Joel. I don't actually review comics. I'm a heroin-addicted jazz critic, so if you want to know about the newest Coltrane, please come on over to Cape Joel, and I'll tell you all about it. Later in the week, I'm going to be eating some cereal, so come by and watch that. I'm actually not joking about the cereal. If you want to see me eat that new Batman v Superman cereal, I'm going to be doing that later in the week. In a new series, I'm thinking of calling Caped Kitchen.
That's
Do it, I
actually
dare
really
you.
awesome.
I will take that dare, sir. That video is happening.
nice.
I haven't filmed it yet, but it's happening.
And everyone, Rob, let's assume and no, let's pretend for a minute this isn't on your channel.
What? I'm just kidding. I'm messing
Rob, this
around.
also goes up on iTunes, and we have 300 viewers right now who may or may not know what the hell's going on. So why don't you promote yourself for a minute?
Well, the Omega level mutants is going on tomorrow. That's
No,
Iceman's
Rob,
powers.
who are you?
You selling
Comments,
yourself,
comments
man.
explain. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, we're marketing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
I was gonna say like it also goes up on iTunes, and it
I was
also
like, oh.
goes up on the Twitch as a backlog. So maybe someone might watch this and not know who you are.
Oh, okay. I was like, what in the world? What's going on? I was like,
This
what
goes
are
on my channel.
Yeah, guys. So I'm Comments Explain. Just here to basically help you guys get a better understanding of the Marvel and DC universe. Tomorrow I'm focusing on Omega level mutants, which is the highest classification of powers for mutants in Marvel Comics, and we're going to be talking about Iceman and why it is that his powers make him an Omega level mutant. Which, fun fact, he manipulates molecules. Whatever. And then Faith from Valiant Comics, which is really like the first overweight superhero, I think, like the first like,
Nice.
plus
Well, not the
size.
first one,
I'd
but
say
she-
the first with her own book.
No,
Yeah,
she's
whatever,
not-
well-
I wouldn't even say she's the first in her own book. She's the first one who is fine with her weight. She's
Well,
not a
she's-
girl
she's the
trying
first
to
one-
lose
she's the
weight
first one
or
to take it
it's a
serious.
Unless you pick
problem.
Big Bertha from the Great Lakes Avengers.
That's what I thought. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like
okay.
there are other ones, but
But see, like Big Bertha made everybody mad because she's a
Oh, yeah? Well, you
supermodel
did that
whose
too.
power is to eat a ton of food and get fat.
Yeah.
That's her power.
Totally
And so,
different,
like,
bro.
she regurgitates it all, and she
Yeah,
goes back
it's-
to her normal form when she's fat.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
people
it's
just
not.
It's not-
That's not a good
Look,
scene.
look.
not a good scene. And then apparently, I'm doing My Little Pony on Friday. And
Apparently.
then
Yes! And I'm making a vine that says Rob is God.
Wait, hang on. Rob, what's your cutie mark?
Oh, he doesn't know.
I know what a cutie mark is. What
Okay,
a
you see-
noob.
Oh
See,
yes,
I know
he's a
exactly-
noob. I don't know what that is either.
Look, I know
It's
exactly
a
what his
mark
cutie
on their-
mark
on
would
their
be.
hind
It's
quarter.
Yeah.
it's
Oh!
a vape machine, is what it is.
Mine's
That's
a
his cutie
skull.
mark. It's a
That's
vape machine.
or just a cloud.
that's what I was thinking was a cloud. Okay, hold on. A cutie mark.
Care Bear.
He's
My
vaping
little-
pony.
Yeah, I'm
All right, and
pony.
on that note, guys, we will see you next week right here. If you want to hang around, I'll be playing some Street Fighter V after this. We can chat about comic books. We can chat about Street Fighter. We can chat about awesomeness. Whatever. Sal's got to go eat. Joel's from Canada. He's got to go drink beer. And Rob's going to go vape.
True.
Yep. Word. All right, guys. Yeah. So we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
All right. Are we not
That was
live
a
No,
anymore?
hell
no,
of a show.
we're live on my side still.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know if we
Because
were
I'm
still
not
live.
killing it. They can listen to us. So talk crap, Rob.
Oh crap! Oh,
That was
come
a
on,
hell of a
glasses.
product.
Is the
I
poll
can't
really
believe-
dead? Did they really kill it?
For the record,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are actually still live. They're listening to the post show.
For what now?
They're
No, I
listening
know.
to the post show. There's a splash page.
We talked
You can
about it
turn
on the show.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it? But is the poll really dead?
Yeah,
Did they-
supposedly it is dead. Actually, I remember hearing rumors about that stuff before this.
Can we then scoop the name and not feel bad about it?
Yeah, we
Oh
are.
yeah.
Because there was bands called Kiss before the band called Kiss that we all know. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who did it first. Just matters who did it better.
That's right.
Oh,
Doesn't matter who did it first. It just matters who did it best.
who did it best?
I
That
really
is
did
it.
drop that book in my lip. I split it. It hurts.
Yeah, I totally
Really?
saw that. But it's like,
I didn't think you actually did that.
I did. It totally hurt.
That sucks.
yeah. No, he had a legit reaction to that.
It's amazing.
Solid dog.
Like I did, and it really did. It really did hurt for real. Like,
Like legit, guys. Like legit. Y'all suck being mean to me.
The laser shell. Talk about how much you hate us.
I feel
You know what?
pretty
You know
happy.
what? I hate some of my commenters. I don't even know his name, so I can't like give him up. But I had a commenter recently who decided to go into all of my videos and complain that I allowed Activision to put Call of Duty 3 commercials.
Oh yeah, that guy.
on my videos, and he was
You're
like,
like-
"Your videos are great, but this goddamn freaking Call of Duty bullshit that you let on your videos and blah 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 blah."
What a guy.
Dude, I don't pick those ads, man.
No.
And
I
I
remember-
responded with, "I don't pick those ads. Google picks that based on your search history. So why are you looking at Call of Duty content?"
We all know that's not true, Benny. I remember you had a meeting and you told
Yeah.
Sal that you had gotten in touch with Activision.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were like,
Yeah, they were like Call of Duty for days, and you were like, whatever, as long as the money's green.
As long as the money's
YouTube
green.
dollars from Call of Duty.
My money's
made a
green and my
comic
Lambo's black.
It's like, yeah, man. Like, I mean, are you trying to get on the whole elite scopes? You know, optic
Oh,
gaming.
dude, I'm a 360 no scoper guy with a KD of an impressive number of 1.2.
It was motherfucking
The
Nuketown.
lag killed me, brah. The lag.
Yeah.
I could totally be MLG if I wanted to. I just don't wanna.
Dank Knight, how quickly do you get the pull up on the weekly poll on iTunes, Joel?
I usually try and do it as soon as Rob puts it up on his channel.
Okay,
I
and Rob,
grab
how
the
fast
audio.
You're normally like a day behind putting it on the channel, right? They're
Rob,
just asking when it's gonna go up.
Yeah, it should be up tomorrow.
Okay.
I thought you were still talking to Joel.
then I will grab it as soon as Rob puts it up, and I will do it as soon as I can after that.
Okay, guys. I gotta go get ready. They're gonna go eat and stuff like that. I know Sal's like, why are we still talking?
Because we were a
Thanks for
comic
joining us
family.
today. I'm gonna put on some music. We'll be back in 15 minutes playing some games. If you stick around, I love you all. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow the channel if you want to know whenever we go live with the podcast, which goes on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. I will figure out how we're gonna do it. Me, Sal, and Joel will do a podcast that will be constantly promoted and be awesome, and we're gonna make everyone.
So I will
else
literally
think-
be on a podcast just about every day during the week.
Yeah, basically, and we will be playing games. So make sure you follow so you can see when that happens. And we really do appreciate anyone who subscribes.
How come I don't get to be on
directly-
that podcast?
If you want to, you can, but you have to read comics, Rob.
Because we all know Rob reads no comics at all.
Yeah, I don't read
The
comics.
whole
Does
weekly
not
poll
read.
does a second episode. The poll.
I don't read comics
We
at
should
all.
just
That's-
change the name.
Anyway,
'Cause it's
guys,
like-
if you do give us a subscription, it does directly support the guys on the weekly poll. That money is sent to us, and we do appreciate it. And anybody who wants to subscribe, we would really appreciate it. We've been doing this a year now on this day, and now we're trying to do more stuff for you guys. So I think we can officially state we do appreciate subs because we have been doing it.
Yeah,
Yes.
L to the yeah.
Well, I remember when we first started, people were like, "Should we sub?" And we were like, "Well, we don't know if we're gonna keep doing this." So
Yeah,
went, "Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. We didn't want
And
to.
now it's been like a year and a half.
It's like, yes, please, for the love of God.
So okay, guys, we'll see you all in 15 minutes. They're gonna take off.
Yeah,
Alright.
good stuff, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Later.